The morning always carries a very unique kind of light, a light that makes us want to slow down a little and listen to ourselves. Good morning, my dear friend. I am glad you are here, choosing to spend the first moments of a new day to nourish your soul. There is something beautiful about someone who decides to begin the day with awareness and peace, and I appreciate that in you. Morning feels like a doorway opening into a new world, where nothing has happened yet, where every possibility is resting quietly waiting for you to step into it. No matter how messy yesterday was, no matter what left you dissatisfied, or the quiet moments that made you think more than you needed to, this morning is still a new gift for you to start again. No need to rush, no need to pretend to be strong. Just be here, in this moment. Maybe you are sitting on your bed, or getting ready for a long day ahead. Wherever you are, I want you to know that your presence here already shows that you are choosing to live with more intention. You are choosing peace before choosing busyness. You are choosing clarity before choosing reaction. And that is a beautiful step. Morning can feel gentle or a little heavy, depending on the emotions you carry with you. But today, allow yourself to begin softly. Do not set big expectations. You do not have to be strong right away. Just breathe, feel a little, and move forward one small step at a time. Try listening to the sounds around you, maybe the fan, the cars on the street, or simply the complete quiet. All of it is contributing to the space of this morning. This is your moment, and you deserve a morning like this. A morning where you are seen, heard, and respected in your own journey. Every morning is a beginning, not a loud beginning, but a beginning of the inner self. A beginning that is soft and slow, enough for you to feel that you are alive, breathing, and fully present. I am here to walk with you, not to push, not to demand, just to be with you through these first warm moments of a new day. Morning is the time when the body and mind are the easiest to renew. When you first wake up, your brain is still soft, not yet pulled into worries or the tasks of a long day. That is why when you breathe just a little more mindfully, you can feel peace slowly spreading from within. Now I want to join you in a moment of breathing that is gentle and slow, but deep enough to awaken the calm inside you. Let your shoulders relax. You do not need to hold a perfect posture, just be comfortable. A morning mind does not like pressure. It likes tenderness. You can place one hand on your chest if you want, to feel your own breath, a feeling that is real, close, and human. Now breathe in slowly, not too deep, just light and steady enough for you to know that you are inviting the first air of the day into your body. Let that air open a bit of light in your chest. Then hold it for a beat that is not rushed, a beat that allows your mind to notice that you are here. Now breathe out, gently, as if you are setting down a small stone. You are not putting down all of your burdens, you are just putting down a part of them. And that is enough to make the morning lighter. Breathe in again, light as mist, then breathe out again, slow as sunlight spreading across the window frame. Keep going, following this rhythm at your own pace. You do not need to follow anyone else. This is your morning. This is your breath. And you deserve these few minutes. In this moment, everything becomes clearer. The sounds around you no longer bother you. Old thoughts no longer try to interrupt. There is only the breath, the body, and you. Adults often forget that 1 minute of proper breathing is enough to restore energy and soothe the soul. But you did not forget. You are giving yourself what you deserve. Maybe you woke up this morning with a bit of heaviness. Maybe something has not settled. Maybe you feel not good enough. But right now, as you breathe like this, you are showing that you know how to take care of yourself. A person who knows how to return to their morning breath is a person who knows how to return to themselves. That is strength. That is the foundation for a more meaningful day. If you notice, your mind is softer than when you started. Your heartbeat is a little slower, your body a little lighter. Every morning has moments like this. We just grow up too fast and stay busy too long, so we forget. But not today. Today you are giving yourself a small chance to come back inward, and that is something to honor. Now, before we move to the next part, I want to ask you one question. A question to keep the connection between you and your breath. This morning, what was the first emotion that appeared in you? Would you like to share it with me? Thank you for still listening and being present in this journey. There are mornings when we open our eyes and know that we are carrying emotions we cannot name yet. A little tiredness left from yesterday, a little worry about things still unfinished, a little pressure that only adults understand. You and I are familiar with that feeling. It is not wrong. It is simply a very real part of life. Every adult has had a morning when they wake up in silence, feeling as if the mind has walked a few steps ahead of the body. Responsibilities, plans, and things to do are waiting for you. And sometimes just thinking about them is enough to make you want to stay in bed a little longer. But in those minutes, if you pause for a moment, you will notice that the morning does not come to add pressure to you. The morning comes to give you a chance to rearrange everything inside. Not every day begins with energy. Some days you feel ordinary, some days you feel overwhelmed, and some days you just want quiet. What matters is that you recognize every emotion has the right to exist. You do not need to deny it. You only need to step into the morning with honesty toward yourself. Maybe you did not sleep well last night. Maybe you thought too much about something that bothered you. Maybe there was a conversation left unfinished that kept you uneasy. Or maybe you simply do not feel ready for a new day. But the beautiful thing about morning is that it does not require you to be ready. It only invites you to step out of your old thoughts and begin a little slower. Adults are strong, but they do not always need to prove it. Morning is the time you can admit your tiredness without feeling guilty. You can sit down for a bit, look out the window, and allow yourself to breathe softly. No one will judge you for that. In fact, it shows that you know how to take care of yourself better than many others. When you feel the rhythm of your own life, you will see that beneath all the layers of responsibility is a soul wanting to be heard. Maybe you had to be strong all day yesterday. Maybe you had to stay calm in a situation that was not easy. But this morning you do not have to do anything. Just listen to yourself. Listen to how your mind and body respond to this morning. The rhythm of adult life can be fast, to the point that you forget to ask yourself how you truly feel. But when you touch this quiet morning moment, you are giving yourself the chance to slow down. And it is that slowing down that helps you move forward with more stability. Morning does not need you to be perfect. It only needs you to be present. It only needs you to recognize that everything you are carrying can be set down little by little. Not in one day, not in 1 hour, just one small moment at a time. Just like how you are here listening, breathing, and letting your mind soften. When you allow yourself to touch the truth of your own rhythm, you will see that you are not weak. You are simply being honest. And being honest is the first step to peace. Morning is always the best time to plant a small seed in your mind. A gentle thought that can follow you throughout the day. The mind, when it first wakes up, is like a blank sheet of paper, not yet pulled into noise or responsibilities. Because of that, any thought you place in it at this moment will have a stronger influence than you think. Today I want to plant a seed like that with you. Soft and light, but enough for you to feel a shift inside your heart. The thought I want to offer you is this. Today, you do not need to be perfect. What you need is peace. It sounds simple, but it is something most adults forget. We wake up with so many expectations placed on our shoulders. We have to do well. We have to be strong. We have to meet everything. But when you begin your day with that weight, your mind is already pushing itself into tension before the day even starts. While in truth, what you really need is a gentle morning, a morning that allows you to feel life in your own rhythm. You do not need to be perfect to be loved. You do not need to be perfect to be seen. You do not need to be perfect for today to be meaningful. Inner peace is what helps you walk through everything with clarity and softness. If you can hold that peace, you have already succeeded from the beginning of the day. Perfection will not make you happy, but peace can. Think about the days when you felt truly comfortable. Those were not the days when you did everything perfectly. They were the days when you did not pressure yourself. The days you smiled more than you worried. The days you knew you were doing just enough. And just enough is already beautiful. When you understand this, you will no longer feel the need to race with others or with yourself. The thought you choose in the morning will follow you through the day and will shape the way you respond to everything. When you choose peace instead of perfection, you will notice that small things no longer shake you. You will realize that everything does not have to be smooth for you to smile. You will understand that small moments are enough to make today worth living. That is the power of a beautiful thought planted at the right time. A beautiful thought can change the way you walk through life. It does not make life lighter, but it makes you stronger. Not by forcing yourself, but by a quiet strength that rises from within. That is the most lasting strength. And now, before we move to the next part, I want to invite you to leave a simple comment to affirm that you are here in this moment. You can comment, "I am ready for change," or simply the number 1, and that alone is enough for me to feel your presence. Thank you for planting a beautiful moment of connection into this morning. Morning always carries a special kind of energy that many people do not notice. It is not a strong or fiery energy like what motivational videos usually describe. Morning energy is soft, thin, and pure. It feels like the moment the surface of the water opens its eyes after a long night. When you touch it gently, the water moves with you. The morning mind is the same, and today, I want to share with you a simple mental rule that has a deep influence. The rule is this: the morning mind is like a blank page. Whatever you write on it first will color your whole day. You have probably experienced this without realizing it. On the mornings when you wake up and immediately think of your tasks, the entire day feels fast and heavy. But on the mornings when you give yourself a few minutes to breathe or think of something beautiful, the day becomes lighter and more pleasant. Not because life changed, but because the way you began changed. The morning mind is the moment your brain shifts from rest to wakefulness. In that moment, your first thoughts are absorbed very strongly because the mind has no defenses yet. It is open to receive everything. That is why you need to be careful with what you let into your mind first. If you choose worry, worry will stay. If you choose peace, peace will follow you throughout the day. This mental rule is not mystical. It is simply how the human brain works. When you give your mind a positive signal right at the beginning, it guides your emotional system for the hours ahead. You respond more gently. You see things more clearly. You know what to hold and what to let go. That is why morning is the most important time to plant the right thought. When you step into a new day with a clean mind, you are not pulled into outside noise. You are not reacting from your weaker instincts. You are not easily upset by someone. The morning mind is like the foundation of a house. If the foundation is solid, the entire house stands firm. If the foundation is soft, even a small wind can shake you. So today, try to notice what you are writing on your own blank page. Is it a worried thought or a grateful one? Is it a heavy responsibility or a gentle intention? You have the right to choose what you want to carry. You do not need to force yourself to be overly positive. Just choose something that does not weigh your heart down. That alone is a steady step. The beautiful thing about this mental rule is that it is very easy to apply. You do not need complex techniques. You do not need advanced exercises. You only need a minute to look inward and ask yourself, today, what do I want to place in my mind first? When you do this often enough, it becomes a reflex. And when it becomes a reflex, your days become lighter and brighter. The morning mind rule does not change your life instantly, but it changes the way you walk, and the way you walk is what shapes the way you live. There are days when you do not need much to feel that you are living in the right way. Just one small action can change the emotional direction of your entire day. Adults often think that to make life better they must do something big, but the truth is the opposite. The strongest changes usually begin from the smallest actions, light as a thought, soft as a breath. And today, I want to choose a small action like that with you. The action for today is very simple. It is to look into the mirror and smile at yourself for 1 second. Just 1 second. But it holds something deep inside it. When you look in the mirror, you are facing your own life. And when you smile, you are sending yourself a recognition that you have tried, that you are living, that you are doing better than you think. Many people forget to look at themselves with gentleness. Adults usually look into the mirror only to check their appearance, to see if their hair is neat, to see if their face looks tired, to see if their clothes look presentable. But very few look into the mirror to see their soul. Very few look into the mirror to give themselves a comforting smile. When you smile at the mirror, you send a strong signal to your brain that you are safe. That signal softens your nervous system, reduces tension, and opens clarity. It is not a forced smile or a fake positivity. It is the smile of someone who chooses to enter a new day with kindness toward themselves. 1 second of smiling will not solve all your problems, but it changes your attitude toward those problems. A person who begins the day with kindness to themselves will not be easily pulled into negativity. They will not react from exhaustion. They will see everything with softer and deeper eyes. This action is so small that many people ignore it, but its smallness is what makes it sustainable. You can do it every morning. You can keep it as a ritual. You can use it as a reminder that you deserve love. You deserve respect. You deserve a gentle day. Morning is the perfect time to do this. When the light is soft, when the mind is clear, when the world has not yet called your name. It is the moment you stand in front of the mirror and see someone who is trying every day. Someone who has gone through many things. Someone who is learning to be kinder to themselves. You look at that person and you smile. That is all, but it is the first step to a meaningful day. Before we move to the next part, I want to ask you a question to keep the connection between you and this action. This morning, if you look into the mirror, what emotion do you think will appear first in you? You can share it with me if you like. Thank you for being here and listening with an open heart. There is a moment in every morning when the mind becomes very soft, very open to receiving gentleness. When you have breathed softly, faced yourself, and accepted the true rhythm of adult life, this is the most beautiful time to send a prayer into your heart. Not a prayer asking for miracles, not a prayer hoping for something magical to fix everything, but a simple and honest blessing for yourself, for the peace you deserve. Morning always needs a small, sacred touch of its own, not sacred in a religious sense, but sacred in the sense that you realize you are still alive, still breathing, still having the chance to step into another day. It is something adults often forget because they are too busy. But you, right now, are giving yourself the chance to touch that truth. And now, I want to enter a very gentle prayer with you. You do not need to prepare anything. You only need to open your heart a little. That alone is enough. Lord, this morning, I wake up, and I know that life is sometimes light, sometimes heavy, sometimes easy, sometimes hard. Please let me step into today with a peaceful heart, a heart that does not rush to judge, that does not rush to worry, that does not rush to blame itself for what has not been done well. Please give me clarity to see what I need to focus on and what I should let go of. Please give me tenderness to treat others and myself with kindness in every situation. Please give me enough patience to overcome the challenges waiting ahead, and enough softness not to lose the goodness inside me. Please help me be grateful for the small things I often overlook, grateful for breath, for light, for the ordinary but meaningful opportunities I still receive. Grateful because I can still learn, still live, still grow. Please cover me with your peace. Not the kind of peace that makes me avoid life, but the kind of peace that helps me stand firm in the middle of it. Please let me feel your presence in the smallest things, so that no matter what happens today, I will know that I am not alone. Morning is the time I choose the direction of my whole day, so please help me choose well, to choose kindness instead of anger, to choose peace instead of worry, to choose love instead of closing my heart, to choose to move forward, even in small steps, and to choose to look at myself with gentler eyes. If there is something that makes my heart heavy, please give me courage to face it. If there is something that confuses me, please give me clarity to see what matters and what does not. If something has hurt me, please give me enough goodness not to pass that pain on to others. And finally, please let me begin this day with peace resting deeply in my heart, and let that peace spread to every thought, every word, and every step I take through the day. Morning can feel more healing when you have a prayer like this, not to search for miracles, but to remind you that you are supported, you are seen, and you are stepping into the day with a heart that is both soft and strong. When you have moved through the gentle breath, through the truth of the adult rhythm, through the beautiful thought and the morning mind rule, your mind is now resting in a very soft and deep state. This is the moment when the quiet inside you becomes clearer, like a lake after the last ripples have faded. In this state, everything you receive goes straight inward without needing to resist or think too much. And because of that, this is the best time to remind yourself of the things that are real, but often forgotten. In a busy life, adults tend to focus on what must be done, what must be met, and how to be useful. But that focus makes you forget that you also need to be nourished. Not only nourished by rest, but nourished by kindness toward yourself. By listening to your emotions without judging them, by giving yourself permission to be a little weaker without feeling ashamed, by allowing yourself to slow down without feeling guilty. You have been through more than you think. You have stood firm on days you did not even notice your strength. There are things you overcame that no one knows about. There are efforts you gave fully, even when no one saw. And this morning, you are here, breathing, listening, and opening your heart. That is a sign that you are someone who knows how to take care of your inner world, even while life outside still has many unfinished parts. The truth is that life does not wait for us to be ready before it brings challenges. It comes when it comes. But that is exactly why returning inward matters. When you have a place inside yourself to return to, a point of grounding, you will not be easily carried away. You step into the day with clarity, with an open heart, with an energy that is quiet but steady. You do not need to control everything. You only need to know that you can choose the right response. You do not need to solve everything this morning. You only need to stay steady in each small moment. And this morning is giving you that chance. A chance to place your hand over your heart and whisper that you are still okay. A chance to realize that you are enough. A chance to understand that even the hardest days do not take away your true worth. Before we go on, I want to invite you to keep this moment a little longer. Keep the quiet, keep the depth, keep the trust that you can walk through today with the peace inside you. And if you feel connected to what is happening, I invite you to leave a simple comment as a sign that you are here with me. You can comment, "I am ready for change," or simply leave the number 1. That alone is enough for me to feel your presence in this morning. Thank you for taking the time to nourish your soul. It is not only beautiful, it is something truly worth honoring. As the morning slowly settles into its steady rhythm, there is a moment when your mind begins to quiet down. It is the moment you realize you are no longer pulled by old thoughts, and you are not yet running toward the tasks of the new day. It is the space between two silences, one belonging to what has passed, and one belonging to what is about to come. And that moment is the most beautiful point of connection between you and presence. Presence is not an abstract idea. It is the state in which you feel your breath without trying to control it. It is when you hear the sounds around you without judging them. It is when you feel your body without trying to change it. Presence is when you are here in this moment, fully, quietly, without running away or rushing, and morning is the perfect time to return to that state. Now I want you to try listening to the nearest sound around you. It may be the fan turning. It may be the distant noise of traffic. It may be complete silence. Whatever it is, let that sound become the doorway that brings you back to this moment. Morning does not ask you to think much. It only asks you to be here. Feel your body a little. Feel your feet touching the ground. Feel the warmth in your palms. Feel your heartbeat moving slowly in your chest. These things that seem invisible are actually the threads that connect you to real life. When you feel your body, you will realize you are here. You are not stuck in the past. You do not need to worry about the future. You are living in the only moment that truly belongs to you, the present, and this presence is the foundation of everything you are trying to build. Peace does not come from solving every problem. Peace comes from standing steady in front of the problem and still keeping your breath. When you return to the present, you return to the place where your real strength is. Not in memories of what has happened, not in predictions of what will come, but in your ability to notice yourself right now. Morning can open many different emotions. Some days are light, some days are heavy, but when you know how to return to the present, you will see that you can move through all of it with a steadiness you did not know you had. You will not be carried away by worries that are not real. You will not be pushed by pressure that moves too fast. You will have the ability to choose how you want to begin your day. Let your mind rest for a moment. No need to explain. No need to find reasons. No need to fix yourself. Just breathe. Just be here. Just feel that you are present in this morning, in this moment where life is opening gently in front of you. Your breath is moving in its own rhythm. Your mind is settling. Your body is becoming soft and steady at the same time. This morning belongs to you. No one can take it away, and your presence in this moment is the greatest gift you can give yourself. Your morning has gone through a very beautiful journey. You have breathed gently. You have touched your inner self. You have seen the truthful part of an adult soul. You have planted a beautiful thought. You have placed a simple rule in your mind to keep yourself steady. You have chosen a small action to set the tone for your day. You have received a soft morning prayer. You have returned inward and listened to your own presence in this moment. And now, you are standing at the end of this morning journey, where everything feels clearer and more peaceful than when you began. Morning does not need noise to open a good day. It only needs you to be present, and you have done that. You have taken time to care for your inner world. You have chosen peace before choosing busyness. You have allowed yourself to slow down before stepping into the fast rhythm of life, and that shows that you love yourself in a very mature way. Before you step out of this moment, I want to send you a gentle blessing. Not a blessing asking for luck or for everything to be perfect. Life does not work like that, but a blessing that helps you walk through whatever comes with a clearer heart. I wish you a day that feels light. Light in your thoughts, light in your emotions, light in the way you look at the world and at yourself. I wish you a day that feels bright, bright in your decisions, bright in your steps, bright in the things you choose to hold on to. And I wish you a day that feels meaningful. Not because you achieve many things, but because you are true to yourself in each moment. If today something tires you, I wish you enough peace to walk through it. If something brings you joy, I wish you enough presence to feel it fully. If a challenge comes, I wish you enough steadiness to stay grounded. If something is not complete, I wish you enough gentleness not to blame yourself for too long. You are entering this new day with awareness, and that alone already makes the path in front of you much brighter. Each morning you give yourself a few minutes like this. You are rebuilding your inner foundation, a foundation that helps you stand stronger each day. And before we end, I want to offer you a small invitation. If this morning has helped you feel more at ease, if this voice has helped you breathe easier, if this journey has made life feel a little lighter, I invite you to follow the channel so that we can meet each morning for a few moments like this. No pressure, no expectation, just a gentle invitation, like a soft breeze, a place you can return to every morning, and a way for me to keep walking with you in peace. I wish you a beautiful day, a day where you walk with a heart that is soft but steady, a day where the light of this morning stays with you through your whole journey.